Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to another Monday Mindset Check episode of the Group First Culture podcast. My name is Jeremy, and thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. So, for those that listen, that try to do a little bit of a shorter episode on Mondays to start your week off right, and I think this episode is probably going to be me talking to myself. Well, I'm obviously talking to myself, but talking towards myself. I've had a lot on my mind, different topics that to kind of get into on these Monday episodes. To try to keep notes of quotes or short little thoughts that I have throughout the week, and just kind of go through and see what would be good to talk about. And so I've got several of those that I was going back and forth over talking about, and kind of last night something else came to mind, and just my ride to work this morning. That's about all I've thought about. And so I guess we're going to get into that. And uh, to start off, I try to be very positive on these things, especially the Monday ones, because that's kind of the point. And human nature, you can't always be positive, and so struggling a little bit today. Not that I don't feel positive. I just not exactly the most upbeat, just because just have a lot on my heart right now. And so really, you know, I've talked a lot about balance, balance everywhere, balance in the how you are with the fire service, how you are with your family, how you balance the two, and things like that. And this is going to be pretty similar, but uh, I have I'm very passionate about you know my career right now, the fire service. I have a lot of drive, a lot of passion for leadership and training right now, and just really enjoying it. And so I wanted to bring up kind of the thought of, that's great, and I want to instill some of that in as many people as I can. But I've heard a lot of other people's stories over podcasts and classes and things like that too, that kind of make me want to talk about this. Is there's so many great people out there, great men and women doing really good things for the fire service, and just being amazing leaders, and just giving to the fire service. And I know a lot of these people are struggling at home, or have, and I've heard the stories, like I said, and I've lived the stories. And so that's kind of the thought for today and for the week is, I think it's awesome to be fired up about our job, and to be passionate about our job, and to want to get better every day, to do good things, to be ready, to be prepared. But for some of us, and I say us because I'm, like I said, I'm talking to myself. For some of us, we need to bring some of that passion home. We can't leave it all at the firehouse. We've got to bring it home to the people that really should be our top priority. And 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 what I'm saying is, trust me, I love what I do. I have been the person that has looked at it as just a job and can't wait to get home. I try to be honest about that. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like, it's part of who I am. It's part of my purpose, and it's part of why I'm here. And so, it's very important to me. But at the same time, I have got to bring some of that same passion home to towards the leadership that I have at home. I've got to bring some of the drive I have to continue to do good every day, to do better every day, to grow every day. I've got to bring some of that home and take that same mindset when I'm there with my family, with my role as a leader, with my role as a father, with my role as a husband. And so, kind of what brought me to this, and I don't want to go into it a lot because it's just hard for me right now. I'm about to go to the firehouse for 24 hours, so I won't be home for all day today. I've got to do some stuff with my mom tomorrow in the morning before I get home, and the kids are gone anyway, and so it's gonna be a long time before I can really do anything about this. So it's hard for me to spend a lot of time talking about it because I just want to be home, and I just want to start this process. But so we've got we've got 7 kids. Several of them have moved out, and so it's not like we've got a house full of kids like it was at one point, but I still have several at home. And one of them in particular is just really going through a hard time right now, and it's really pushed my wife and I hard. It's pushed us to our limits. I don't we're at a loss, and it seemed like we have spent the majority, if not all, of the last several weeks just losing our temper with him, raising our voice with him, being upset with him, being disappointed in his choices, just over and over, just that type of thing, just constantly. And like I said, we're at a loss, and we just don't know what to do. And there's lots of underlying issues going on as well. We got some ADHD that we're trying to get a grip on. Uh, who knows what kind of underlying issues are present because of biological parents and family, and so it's just a lot going on, and a lot to deal with, and just no answers in sight. And so I just watching a goofy movie last night, just a movie that has nothing to do with anything that I'm talking about, a movie that you know I, just literally 5 seconds of the movie that has nothing to do with the plot even. It just it flipped my mind into a place where it's like God, I feel so bad, and I have so much hurt for him. And okay, I'll just describe it. It's just literally a scene of a mom sitting in a swing, holding her kids and reading to them. And I just thought, I need to love him more. I have got to love him more. And yes, there's got to be a balance of, there's got to be circumstances that he has to deal with for his actions. If he's doing things, and I'm talking about things like lying and stealing and things that just aren't okay. And if he's doing those things, there's got to be consequences. I get it. But I just want to love him. I want to give him, I want to make him feel that he's loved. And there's got to be a balance in there. Again, the word balance is brought up, and it just hurt. My heart is hurting today because he's such a good kid. He's got such a potential. He's so sweet. He's so caring. He loves to be helpful. There's so many good things about him. And it's just like he can't get out of his own way right now. And I know we aren't doing a lot of good for him because, like I said, we're just at the end of our rope and just losing our patience, and we just need to reset and figure out a way to make it work and to get through to really do some good with him. And so, like I said, it's a parenting thing. If you've got kids that kind of are do have issues like this, I hope that you understand. In no way claiming that my wife and I are bad parents. I think we are very good parents. We truly love all of our kids and want the best for them, and try to give everything we can to them. But sometimes you just have those that are really struggling and need something else, and so that's where we're at, and that's where I'm at. And it's before 6 o'clock in the morning on a weekend, and I'm not going to talk to my wife about this right now because hopefully she's got several more hours of sleep. But I just want to go home and hold him and let him know that he's loved, and it's hard. And so, like I said, I will be gone all day today. I'll be gone some of the day tomorrow, and he's in school anyway tomorrow. But I feel like maybe God is just showing me that this is what he needs. It's not it's not all the talking, and it's not all the trying to just really make him understand what choices he's making and how it's wrong. Maybe it's just to love him. And so I know this is going to be really scattered, and I hope that I'm going to be able to kind of tie it all in. But I just wanted to kind of give you some background on where my mind and where my heart is right now. And so that's kind of what has steered me toward this conversation instead of some others. Like I said, I was not planning on going this route until kind of this morning, basically. But to go back and tie it back into kind of where I started. If we aren't present and physically present, mentally present, emotionally present, if we are not present in our house, all of this stuff it isn't taken care of. It's not handled. It's not given the true time that it needs, or we're leaving our spouses with those roles, and it's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to the kids. And so I just want to really challenge everybody out there to bring some of that passion home, bring some of that drive to do good things and to take care of the people that you're around. Bring it home. Yes, it's awesome to have it at work. The platform I work that I run off of is Crew First Culture. I named it that very, very intentionally because I truly believe that my number one purpose as a leader is to take care of my people. Because when I do that, that builds respect for me in them. That builds trust towards me with them. That builds caring and love towards me through them. And in turn, they're going to do everything they can to take care of me. They're going to do everything they can to complete whatever task is put in front of them, and to do it at a level that makes us look good, to makes me look good. And that's not, I don't ask for that. That's what they want to do because they know that I care about them. They know that I do my best to take care of them and have their back. And that's the platform. That's the motto, the mission, whatever you want to call it. That's what I work off of in this arena. And I am a liar and a fake and whatever you want to call it, if I don't take that same platform, that same mission, if I don't take it home, if I don't put my family first when I can, it just what good am I doing here? And so I want to really, like I said, I want to challenge you out there to take a good look at the two, the two lives that we lead, and the two lives that you're leading right now. For one, are you in a place at work where you are passionate and you are trying to do good things and trying to grow every day? If that's not the case, then let's work on that as well. But talking to the people out there that are fired up about the fire service and doing all this training and classes and conferences and all that, I'm not downing that at all. I've been pretty upset about this year because I have missed out on a few conferences that I was really excited to kind of start getting back into. And of course, with what's going on, I didn't get a chance to do any of those. So, I am not in any way saying that you got to, pick one or the other, or you have to just put the fire service aside and deal with family. I think there can be a balance there. I think that if it comes down to the two, you have got to pick family every time. You've got to pick your family. But I think that there is truly a way to find a balance between the two if you really look, if you really try, if you really put the effort into it. And if you really want to have that balance of a family that you're taking care of and that loves you and that is a good solid family, and you also want a fire service career that you're learning and growing every day and helping to lead the next generation and whatever else you want to put in that. If you truly want both of those things, then you can find a way. You will find a way. And so and a lot of us do, but a lot of the times I think the ratios are not fair. We'll give 20% to the family, but I'm still going to take 80% and put that into my career. And the fire service is bad about it, to be honest. And I've heard other people say this, and I truly believe it. If you allow the fire service to do so, it will eat you alive. It will consume your life. And so, going back to the balance, I in no way want to be, well, I in no way want to live a life again of just a mediocre career in the fire service, just a status quo, a company minimum standard fire service career. I never want to be that person again. But at the same time, I don't want to be that person at home either. I don't want to come home and have nothing to give my family. And so, that's where I want to kind of lead your mind at today. What are we giving our family? What are we saving for them? Are we living by a mission statement when we're at work, or when we're doing our side jobs, or training jobs, or whatever? Are we living by a mission that talks about taking care of others, and leading others, and growing every day, and pushing ourselves each day, but then we go home and live none of that at home? Is that who we are? If it is, we've got to change that, because if we don't change that, then we will not have a family to come home to. And then you'll have all the freedom to give 100% to the job. And I hope I hope that doesn't sound like a viable option to anybody out there. That I hope I hope that what I'm saying is really kind of clicking, because I think it's a big problem, and it's a problem that is difficult to talk about, because the people that are truly struggling with it are people that are truly doing good things, that are wanting to truly make a difference. But you get so sucked into it that it takes everything out of you, and you in turn basically turn your back on your family, and just you aren't present. And that, going back to that kind of that topic is of being present at home. You It's not just being home. Anybody can be home and not be present. Pull out your phone, when you're sitting at dinner, staring at your phone, or kids are talking about what's going on at school or sports, and you're staring at your phone, or watching TV, or any number of other things that all of us do. That is not being present. And so that's what I want to really emphasize today, is to have a passion for the job, to have a mission to lead, and to create a passion in others, and to train up those below you to be better than you, to truly grow every day. And then when you're home, to take that same mission statement and apply it to your life, to truly grow as a parent every day, to truly grow as a spouse every day, to be a leader at home. And like I said, starting off, I am talking to myself. I this is something that I need to sit and really think about. And so, I don't want to kind of get into the circle of rambling that I'm prone to doing. So I will kind of wrap it up there. But I hope that you really take a look this week at where your time is going, where your your level of passion and drive, and all that, where it's going. And really, I guess when it comes down to it, are we living the same mission statement at home as we are at work? And so I hope that these topics and words have kind of sparked some thought in you. I hope that you'll take some time and really think about it, and think about what you can do to be a better leader at home, a better you know, husband, father, wife, mother, whatever you are at home. I hope that you can take some time and really look at the comparisons of who you are at work and who you are at home, and where you can meet in the middle, make one better because the other one is better. Take whichever one it is. Take the ways that you're really doing better at one and start applying them to the other. If you're really excelling at building people up at work, and just you have some great influence, and you're just, people love to be mentored by you. If that's who you are at work, then use those same principles at home and start training your kids like that. Start teaching them things like that. Start really looking for ways to mentor them. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I hope you are starting out with a good Monday. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're getting into a good week, and I'm looking forward to some good things happening. I hope that this wasn't too sporadic and broken apart, but just uh, to be honest, that's kind of how my mind thinks, I guess. So hopefully you're able to follow where I'm going. But I look forward to having another guest on Thursday. So be looking for that. And until then, hope you have a great week. I hope that you truly enjoy, your family, your job, and yourself. Take care of all three, because those are three important areas of your life, and you got to really find a balance in all three. So hope you have a good week. I will talk to you Thursday, and until then, stay safe and take care of each other. Thank you.